Hi everyone, I'm Hitakshi and I'm here because I was a part of Reservoir's Pen Pal initiative last year. So in April 2019, Reservoir put up a story which was, them kickstarting the Pen Pal initiative. And when I saw it, I realized that that's something that I really should do. And that's when I reached out to Shreya and she introduced me to Viraj, who's my pen pal. I have to say that it's been a great experience so far. Viraj and I have exchanged numerous emails. We've spoken about so many different things and shared our perspectives on so many different topics. We've also met once, and you might remember our previous video on Reservoir's channel on Same But Different. Fast forward to a year later. Viraj and I decided to chat with Shreya to share our experience of how the lockdown has affected us, what we're going through this pandemic, and so much more. I hope you get some insights from this video on how our lives have been affected during this lockdown because of the pandemic. I think my experience has been very unique because obviously, this was the first time I was interacting with someone on the spectrum so closely and so frequently, and I've been mentioning that a lot. And I think I remember, Shreya, your words. So before, we started with the initiative, you told me that I'm going to be experiencing something really unique and I'm going to enjoy every bit of it. And I think I do. It's been a very different sort of friendship in some ways, but very similar in some other ways. It's nice. We've seen the type of things we talk about, move from place A to place B. And we've been discussing a lot more about things that we weren't able to discuss before for some reason or the other. But now, since we know each other better, I think we're more comfortable in talking about certain things. So I think that's something that I'm really cherishing. And initially, obviously, I was a bit nervous, but it's been so long now. It's been more than a year, and there have been so many email exchanges between the two of us. And I think it is one of the friendship where I know for a fact that I'm not going to be judged.
First of all, I was hesitant to how I should behave and all. Of course, and on her part, she was absolutely miss, responsive, and miss, she did give replies miss, honestly. And unlike me, she was very positive about everything.
Yeah.
Uh, to be honest, I myself have not been very. I've been very pessimistic in everything, in everything, all my views and all. She was not like that.
Do you think that's changed you also a little bit? Have you become more optimistic?
Yes.
Guys, I don't think it's actually in our years of so many years of friendship. I mean, of course, we've impacted our relationship in different ways, but not this way.
I think it's a very different sort of a friendship, and I think it does make sense on the positive and negative part. I mean, I am a positive person. I'm not like an overly optimistic person, but in whatever ways I can help someone be more positive, I think I would take a leap of faith and do that. I mean, everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but if I can impart a bit of positivity, I think I would not let that go. And I think that's how our friendship has evolved over the years, because we've, started maybe advising each other on what to do. Like, he's told me about some new cool things that he's learning. And it's really exciting, right? Because at some stage, maybe I also wanted to learn those things. And we've shared stuff about if we can join like a master class or what we can do to pass time during the lockdown. And obviously, given the situation, it's not easy to always stay positive. So there are a lot of reinforcements, like maybe affirmations or just watching some nice positive things or thinking about nice things, writing nice things, because I think that's really necessary. I think that's how we've grown and evolved over the last few months. And I think I'm very, very thankful to you and Viraj for this, because it's just been like a very unique friendship for me, and I don't think I would have experienced this if it was not for the Pen Pal initiative.
I should. I mean, what? Thank you. I just think I knew Viraj. I thought he was really cool. And of course, you and I have been friends for very long. And I think it's just so strange that despite you being, like we discussed, similar in so many ways, you don't really have a perspective of how it would be to be in Viraj's shoes, or for Viraj, how it would be like. I don't think there was any sort of interaction or overlap like that. So I thought it would be great for you guys to just chat. Initially, when I thought of pen pal, but honestly, you were the two people I had in mind before I even like put this out. I was hoping you would reach out, because I think what's important is also for me to be sure that this is a safe space for everybody who's a part of it, right? It's very important that for Viraj, especially because he was taking a risk little more than you, I had to make sure that the person who was talking to him, interacting with him, would be empathetic, wouldn't push him, wouldn't judge him, would make him feel comfortable more than anything else, which I think you did a really, really good job at.
In terms of what I was expecting, I did not enter this initiative, which was earlier and which now it's just like a smooth flowing friendship, with a preconceived notion. So I think everyone needs to be more open and accepting of what they would get. I think the only thing that I would want them to expect is like an amazing friendship, because I think that's what I have come out with. I know, and it's been very hectic with work and so many things going on. There were a couple of things that were in place without any of us asking for it. For example, since both of us were busy in our work and, with all the other things that we're doing in life, whenever I used to send Viraj an email, he always used to text me saying that, oh, I have acknowledged your email, I've read it, I'll respond to you within 3 days. And I think that really helped, because so these are long emails, right? These are not like short emails, these are like really long emails. You're talking about so many things, like different things, different paragraphs. Like it was like a spectrum of things that we were talking about. And it's just nice when someone is, that organized, and someone is respecting your time, because you've sat down, wrote an entire email. Although it's not an obligation, but I think it's a very nice thing when Virat started doing that. I was, to be very honest, not in that stage where I could tell him that, listen, I'm going to reply to you in 3 days. But the best part about it was he never, felt bad about me replying a couple of days later. So I think both parties who are involved in this friendship need to be more accepting and open, for sure, and not have a preconceived notion about anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, if person X is putting in effort, you have to put in effort, right? That's how relationships and friendships work. So I think just do your bit and it's just going to be smooth flowing. Like for me, flow is very important. And I think when this friendship does have a flow now, and I think that's why I consider it unique and special.
That's really sweet.
I have been more patient, and I've tried to talk to people about like an inclusion angle, because I know Viraj, he's high functioning. I know I've spoken to him about so many things, and he knows much more than I do about a lot of things. And I think people have this preconceived notion that, what do I talk to the person? I don't know how it will go. I don't think it's that. It's just about driving a conversation and being out there, trying to understand different people, try to accept the differences.
Yeah.
I think that was like one major part of my learning. Absolutely, yes. I do think so, because I obviously can't say about the other person, because everyone is different and unique. But I would be more understanding. I would be more patient. I would try to understand the person better. What are their traits? Like, how are they reacting to a situation? I think that's something that I would definitely do.
Absolutely. And I'm not saying it out of pressure, and uh, it's a very innovative idea.
I think it's just been hectic. Work from home is way more hectic than actually working from office. But I think there's a lot of things going on. There are good things, like I'm getting to sleep more, spend more time with my family, and try to focus on the things that I really wanted to focus on before, but I didn't have the time because, traveling and work taking up too much of my headspace. So I think that's been great. But in terms of like the one negative thing, I would still say would be not being able to draw clear boundaries. between like work life and everything else. How's it been for you, Viraj?
Uh, no, not a good experience. And to be very honest, it has affected my performance at work also, and it has made me somewhat lazy.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Viraj, I mean, if you ever need to talk to either of us, please, like, just sometimes, if you're feeling low or if you're feeling like you need somebody to motivate you or push you, you can just drop us a text. Because we do this with each other all the time. It's totally normal. Like, Hitakshi and I often text each other saying, today's we're feeling very low, don't feel like working, and then it's okay to have days like that, but then we really motivate each other that it's okay, tomorrow, why don't you start again? Why don't you try again? In the beginning, I was doing this really bad thing where I would wake up and I would start working, and then
Mm-hmm.
the day would just like dissolve with each other, and then to the point where I stopped feeling like working at all. So then now I've gotten back to my schedule where I wake up in the morning, take a shower, get out of my home clothes, right, just to sort of give myself a feeling that okay, I'm going to do this till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and then stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, I cannot emphasize on this enough. But getting to know someone through email is far better than getting to know them through social media. It can be as personal as you want without any filters whatsoever. Email communication has helped me gain comfort with Viraj. And getting to know him on a different level, getting to know how he deals with certain things, how his day-to-day activities are, it's helped me gain a fresh perspective into a life of a neurodiverse person. It's truly a unique experience to get insights and a different perspective to get to know someone who is very different than you. Reservoir is reopening the pen pal initiative. If you're at a point in life where you need a fresh perspective on things, it might just be the right thing for you. To know more, watch this space or write to us. The email is mentioned in the description below. If you like this video, please subscribe to Reservoir's channel and share this video with your family and friends. Thank you for watching.